The whole Kerala is discussing about just a topic. Gadgil Report. About what is Gadgil Report exactly? We have observed different floods throughout 2 years. In 2018 and 19, we have survived through the flood. Why is this a continuous story? This is what I searched first, but ended up in Gadgil Report. So the next question was, what is Gadgil Report? Development and circumstance compliance. Avoided people and apart committee looked into how it's happening. The report which highlighted human partnership's importance. Yes, it is a report which gave answer to different questions. Importance of Gadgil Committee report is the protection of Western Ghats. In other way, the disaster of places near the Western Ghats. Some of the southern states, including Karnataka and Kerala, paying the price for not implementing the recommendations of the Gadgil report or the Western Ghats Ecology Expert Panel. The recent flooding and massive landslides, which killed hundreds in Karnataka and Kerala, seems to suggest so. It was in 2011 when the renowned ecologist Madhav Gadgil warned the coastal states of imminent natural disasters if they failed to implement steps to conserve the eco-sensitive Western Ghats. The Gadgil panel submitted its 552-page report to the Ministry of Environment and Forest in 2011, and since then, no government cared to implement its recommendations. The major recommendations of the Gadgil panel include a ban on growing a single commercial crops like tea, coffee, cardamom, rubber, banana, pineapple that are causing widespread soil erosion. The panel in its report suggested promoting ecologically suitable farming methods. The report said, a policy shift is urgently warranted, curtailing the environmentally disastrous practices and switching over to a more sustainable farming approach in the Western Ghats. The Gadgil report also called for decommissioning big projects like dams, thermal power stations that have completed their shelf life. The panel further suggested that there is a need to desist from creating new hill stations, changing the land use from the farmland to non-farmland. It also said that diversions of rivers in the Western Ghats should be stopped to save the ecology in the region. The panel report also suggested against granting clearances to Adirappalli project in Kerala and Kundiya Hydel project in Karnataka, as the two projects come under the ecologically sensitive Zone 1. Calling the Western Ghats region as the protector of Indian Peninsula, the Gadgil Committee called for the designation of the entire region as Ecologically Sensitive Area (ESA). The committee had divided the entire area into three ecological zones, namely Ecologically Sensitive Zone 1, Ecologically Sensitive Zone 2 and Ecologically Sensitive Zone 3. The Western Ghats region covers 6 states, 44 districts and 142 taluks. The states have not shown much interest in implementing the recommendations of the Gadgil panel, as states fear it may cause livelihood loss to thousands of people. Several groups in Kerala have opposed its implementation, citing livelihood loss. There is also another hurdle in the implementation of the Gadgil panel report. Some political leaders and social groups have demanded the central government to adopt Gadgil report and reject the recommendations of the Kasturirangan Committee on the Western Ghats. This committee, which submitted its report in 2013, has notified only 37% of the area as ecologically sensitive, while the Gadgil panel recommended 64% area in the ecological zone. Kasturirangan Committee was formed to replace the recommendations of the Gadgil panel. Now, it's up to the governments to decide on either of the two recommendations, but not before it's too late. In the past, they mocked him, but time proves that the words of the Madhav Gadgil were true. At that time, the report was not implemented for the selfish interest of anyone. Perhaps the greatest tragedy that Kerala has ever seen could have been avoided if it had been implemented as a major agitation that misled the majority of the people. From now on, we will face frequent disasters like climate change, landslides, floods and so on. Today, however, the government must learn from those reports and implement them to protect those like us from the further disasters. Thank you.